say?
That's why the Bible is redundant. The Lord says things over and over because we're stiff-necked, hard-headed people.
Calm down and listen to one another. And more importantly, listen to this Bible. Right? Okay, watch this.
But in this last day, the Most High is raising up the true prophets of God.
All praise.
Question I'm asking. Like the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that has gone so nigh unto
The
them.
laws of God is the light that we gotta let shine before men.
Now, Tierra, you said that you were an Israelite. Did you know that before you walked up? You did? Okay. So what do you know about being an Israelite? Give me some things that you got to do or that you know that you must do as an Israelite.
You gotta follow God's commandments.
You got to follow God's commandments. Give me some commandments. You eat, do you eat unclean foods like pork, shrimp? Let's get it. Leviticus 11. Let's get it, sis. Let's get it. Right? Because we always there. We always there. You know what I'm saying? I'm allergic to shellfish, always, since I was a youngin'. I used to break out in hives, but I used to eat it. I used to be there. Watch this.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which you shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
Now, God is giving every time he starts out a verse, he starts out with a stipulation. This is what I'm telling you to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you what not to do. I'm going to give you the consequences of what to do. I'm going to give you the consequences of what not to do, right? So he laying it out. These are all the beasts that I'm commanding you that you can't eat. Read. Verse 7.
Verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
So sis, you said you do eat that swine, right? You got to stop eating that swine, sis, because you know why? It's all types of parasites in that swine.
Bring it out.
I want you to do an experiment. I don't know if I actually want you to buy pork, but just YouTube it. YouTube Pepsi, somebody pouring Pepsi on some pork, and watch all the parasites come up out of it. It's nothing but unclean parasites in that pork. What's up, bro?
What's going on with the trip? Talk to me about this.
I got you, bro. We got you.
What crabs and shrimp?
I got you, bro. So what I was saying is, sis, pork is unclean, right? It says they divide the hoof. Even though it divide the hoof, you ever seen a cow's foot? It's like this. But it doesn't chew the cud, meaning what? When cows eat, when they eat the grass, they chew it up, right? They grind it all the way down. Then they swallow it. Huh? They got two stomachs. When they swallow it down, they regurgitate it back up. They chew on it some more. They cleaning it. Then they swallow it down. It goes to another stomach. That's the cleansing process. The pork or the swine, the pig. 1 second. That's all. See, black people, that's all we want to do is ride up and down the damn street in loud ass cars. But it says the pig doesn't have that system in their body. So pigs are basically the sanitation system of the earth. When I tell you that a pig will eat anything, a pig will literally eat anything. If I defecated right now, meaning took a dump on this semen right here, and a pig walked up, a pig will lick that decrement clean. He will eat it clean. He will eat a dead body. I've seen a pig eat a dead dog. And they don't clean that stuff out of their system. So guess what? When they go to the butcher shop and they chopping it all up, all of that unclean toxins that's in that pig, when you go to eat it, It's in you now.
That's right.
It causes hypertension, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, gout, all of that. Heart disease. Did you know that the #1 killer of black people is heart disease? Because we're not eating right. That swine, that's slaves' food.
Right.
That's the stuff that master will throw out to you. That's why every Thanksgiving you think we eat pig feet.
Right.
We eating chitlins. You eating pig intestine, pig ass.
Right.
That's what we eat literally. Pig nose, fat back, pork rinds. You can go into the liquor store right now and get a bag of honey barbecue pork rinds.
Right.
Salt and vinegar pork rinds. That's nothing but unclean pig skin. Stop eating this, sis. Now I got you on the crabs and the shrimp, bro. Watch this. You eat crabs and shrimp too? No? Okay, watch this.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the water.
Now, everything that's in the waters, God is going to tell you what you can't eat. Read.
Whatsoever had fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat.
It says everything that has fins and scales. If it has fins, it has to have scales in order for you to eat it. Watch this. You eat catfish? You eat catfish? Catfish is unclean, bro. You got to stop eating it. You know why? Because even though it has fins, it don't have scales. My man on point right here.
That's right.
No, I know, but what we giving you is, what we're doing is we're warning you. Because a lot of...
You making me aware.
Yeah, no, I'm actually warning you, bro, because I don't want you to die. Because you my brother and I love you. Tierra, she's my sister and I love her. Right? Now watch this, I got you, bro. Watch this, read it again.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers. Them shall you eat.
So trout, whiting, bass, salmon, croaker, that's clean fish. You can eat it. Watch this.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers,
Salmon.
of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So anything that does not have fins and scales, like crabs, lobster, oysters, clams, shark, shrimp, all of that is unclean. The crab is basically the sanitation system of the sea. The shrimp, the lobster, they eat all the stuff that the other fish don't eat.
That's right.
So again, like with the swine, when you go down to the market and you getting that shrimp, that pound of shrimp, or that bushel of crabs, half bushel of crabs, you basically eating roaches. I'm gonna be honest with you. You eating roaches. That stuff is not meant for you to eat. Do you know why? What's your name, bro? Maurice. Do you know why? Because you a god. And gods don't eat slave food. Tierra, you a princess. Princesses don't eat slave food. We don't do that. Right? Now that you know about the laws of the dietary law, what you got for me? Yeah, give me, Psalms 82.
Psalms chapter 82 and verse 6. I have said, ye are gods.
It said, this is Christ speaking through King David. He said, I have said that you are gods. Yes, you are a god. You're not a god, but you are a princess. You understand that? Read.
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
When it says children of the Most High, it's talking about you, the women, and the children. Read.
But you shall die like men.
Maurice, we out here dying like men. Why? Because going back to the dietary law, we not watching what we eat.
Right.
I'm guilty of it too.
Right.
You can't. Sometimes you can't beat a two-piece meal for $4 at Popeyes. I'm be honest with you. It's hard. It's hard to pass up. Brother laughing right. I'm telling you, it's hard to pass up on a $5 Whopper meal. I'm just saying. But all of that stuff is unclean.
That's right.
It's processed meat. All of that stuff, it breaks us down on the inside. No. The chicken is good, but what I'm saying is they pumping it full of toxins and stuff like that. Yeah, so like King David said, it says, I have said that you are a god, Maurice. You are princesses, but we die like men. We die like the common men. We ain't supposed to be out here dying like that. The life expectancy of the black man is what, 50, 60, 70? That's not a long time. That's not a long... The sisters, y'all outlive us by years. Because the women, I give it to y'all are more conscious of what y'all eat and put in y'all bodies. But as the brothers, man, we are the protectors of the nation. So we gotta watch what we eat. What's up, Mo?
And we also, they more conscious of themselves, individuals. We got so much hatred and negativity. Because how to think about how we're supposed to live amongst each other. Subtle discrepancy.
I got you.
That to be the answer.
I got you. Now watch this. Now watch this, Tierra. Watch this, Maury. You make a happy point. It does start with love. We gotta start loving ourselves, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love him. Right. If you don't love yourself, you can't love her. Right. Watch where it starts. Start verse 17.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
He said, so this is Moses talking to Israel. He said, you shall not hate your brother in your heart. Why? A lot of murders that happen here in Baltimore, it starts because a brother did something disrespectful or he felt disrespected, and it started in his mind like, I hate that nigga. When I see him, it's on sight. It started in their mind. When it says your heart, is talking about your mind. This is where all your actions start, right? Like when you see the sister walking down the street in a scantily clad clothing, you're not just gonna jump on her right there. You done jumped on her in your mind. Then now you start to, hey, Sade, what's good? Let me holler at you real quick. That's how it starts. That's a form of hatred too. Having sex with our sisters, getting them pregnant and leaving them to raise children. That's hatred. Right. Read.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
But instead of hating your neighbor, because guess what? I may do something that may offend you. I may do something or say something to you that offends you. And you may hate me for a second. But he said what?
Thou shalt not in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
But you have to rebuke me, meaning what? Correct me. If I disrespected you, if I offended you, I may not know. So tap me on the shoulder. Hey, bro, can I holler at you for a second? You know, that little situation that we had, it kind of had me feeling some type of way. Allow me to fix the situation before you pick up a gun and want to take my life. Right. That's what's happening in the black community. Right. You know why? Because a lot of our men, a lot of our boys are being raised by women. Right. And the women don't have men in the home to teach the boys how to control their anger. Because when boys are raised by their women, they are taught how to think emotionally. Right? They're not taught to think rationally. That's why a man has to step in and be like, hey boy, stop all that crying. Stop all that emotional stuff. You know. Right? We gotta instill that manhood in them. If you see a problem, go talk to your brother. Go talk to your sister. Right. Even with the sisters. I don't know if you heard about the situation up in New York where the sister just blew the sister brains out in broad daylight. Sis, hey, who got that video? Find that video. I want you to show her that video. The sister literally got out the car. The sister was on the sidewalk. She was rapping to some people. She literally got out the car, walked up to her, bow, in the head, bow, 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 by herself. Got in the car and drove off. They just recently caught her, all praises. But that's the type of stuff that go on in our neighborhoods. What's up, Mo?
Same way the guy just shot his girlfriend in the car in Baltimore City. I don't know what they was arguing or whatever.
Yeah.
He just shot.
Yeah, because the world that we living in is cold, bro.
And that's what got me so bothered, though.
Yeah.
Right? We have to be a minute, being proud to fight.
Yeah. Now watch this video. Show Tierra this video. Show her that video. Read that verse again, verse 17.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
So it says you are to correct your neighbor, right? That's a situation that easily could have been resolved with talking. She murdered that sister in cold blood. We've never seen anything like that. So not only are the men out here ruthless, the sisters are ruthless. Right. Read.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Why? Because I don't want to see you fall in sin, sis. Read.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
You just saw that on the video. She bared a grudge. It was some type of hatred for that sister where she said, you know what? I don't want to see her live no more. When you get to that point, it's really no you coming back. You want to see that person dead. He said, don't bear what?
Nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
It says, don't bear a grudge against the children of your people. Who are your people? These people right here. That's right. We gonna have issues. We gonna fight. Right. But let's talk it out first. And if it can't be resolved right then and there, because there's a saying that goes, time heals all wounds. Right. If we gotta not be cool for a year or two, and give ourselves that time for that wound to heal, so be it. But at the end of the day, you alive, I'm alive. I'm your brother, you my sister. Read.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Because I have to love you as I love myself. For example, I wouldn't go around calling myself a hoe. I don't wake up in the mirror and be like, you black hoe. Why would I call you that, sis? When I look in the mirror, I don't call myself, excuse my language, a bitch ass nigga. Right. So why would I call you that, Mo? I gotta love my neighbor as I love myself. That's the root to fixing the community. Guess what? If we apply this law, I guarantee you, black on black violence would decrease exponentially. It would decrease, it would stop. Right. How many times you done walk down the street, right? You done accidentally bump the brother, and you say, excuse me, or you bump into a sister, you say, excuse me, and she looking at you like, bitch. That's how I started you smirking, because I know you've been through that. Right? You walking like, damn, brother, my bad. What's up, nigga? What's good with you? Watch where you going. My bad, bro. I said my bad. That's all hatred. Why? Because we fell far away from God's laws.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.